Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader, and this evening I'm here to do the monthly reading for August 2016 for the sign of Sagittarius. And I already have my cards laid out. It's a 5-card spread with a significator for the overall aura of the reading at the very end. Each card in the 5-card spread, for those of you that are new, and for those of you that are new, welcome again to the channel. I'm glad to see that you're here. I thank you for subscribing and recurring visitors as well. Deeply appreciated. For those that are new, though, I do all my online readings using the Oceanic Tarot. I live on the Atlantic coast, right on the Bay of Fundy off the Atlantic Ocean. I've got a cove in my backyard, 3/4 mile beach, 3/4 or so. And there's an island out there called Crow Island as well. It's a very pretty place. If you'd like to join me on Facebook, you can do that. You can join me personally from just my Facebook page, or you can join Fundy Fortunes. We're on there as well. If you'd like to take a look at where I live, and you go in to look at my page. Anyways, the significator that's drawn at the end comes from the deck of tarot as well. And so I've done that. The 5 cards in the Oceanic Tarot spread, each card falls into a certain placement. Their first card is the overall energy of the 5-card reading. The second card is your finances, your wealth, and anything to do with money. Your third card is anything that is close to your heart, romance, love of any level, of any kind, falls into that category for card number 3. Card number 4 are your challenges, Sagittarius, for the month of August 2016. And the final card is your message from Spirit, and then I do the significator at the very, very end. Remember, this is just to remind you, this is a general reading, which may or may not resonate with you in a personal way. It may fly off the scales and mean nothing at all. It may mean a little. If you find you really enjoyed the reading and you'd like to have a more personal experience with the Oceanic Tarot, I do offer private readings. All that information is found below in the description box. It's very short, straight, simple, and to the point on how private readings happen with Fundy Fortunes. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. Just click the red subscription button right down below. Anytime Fundy Fortunes posts anything new on YouTube, you'll receive a notification via your email. Let me see. And I'd like to just say thanks once again for your shares, your likes, your views, and please always feel free to leave comments so we can get some discussion going. I like to hear the end of the story after the reading. And some of them, when they do come back, when some of you come back and you comment, it's interesting, to say the least. So let's not waste any more time. I've already gone on for 3 minutes. Time goes by here fast. Okay, so Sagittarius, the very first card that I drew for you is a wonderful card. It's the Chariot, a major arcana, and it represents movement. And there's your movement. And there's your merman. You see horses are drawing the carriage for him. It's time for some serious progress. This card brings that for you, riding in a chariot. I don't think back in the day of the Romans, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, that people went for leisurely drives in a chariot. There was a reason to go. There was always a reason to move, and they don't ride backwards. They always move forward. Travel for work is usually very strong with this card. So are your communications with others. This card also is here and showing up in your reading to show that almost every single aspect of your life is going to start to move forward. There'll be more balance, and you'll feel more proud, more prompt. Oh my. You're going to feel more like restoring balance to all your relationships and the people that you know. You're going to be more sensitive towards others. This card's also a card of timing, so you need to be aware of what is going on around you. You want to completely keep moving forward and you don't want to stop, but you need to be aware of everything going on around you. The advice of the card is take time to be active, to move forward. Keep yourself in check and your ego as well, Sagittarius. Keywords are journeys and determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. This is, I feel to tell some of you, Sagittarius, that this is a very active card. It's going to show a lot of you, your mindset is work-related. For a lot of you, I feel to tell you that because of the work-related, there's a drive behind you, pushing you now. You want to see things move forward and stay. You don't want to stay in the same place. You're tired. It's time to push forward. It's trying to further your maybe your education. Time to try to move up the corporate ladder. Time to rise up the ranks in anything that you do for a living. Even with the family structure, maybe there's some moving of the ranks going on within the family structure as well. So that is your overall card, your card for your overall energy for the reading. And the next card that I chose for you in your wealth and your finances, anything to do with money. It's the card of achievement. It's the Eight of Pentacles. And Pentacles are all about money and wealth and fortune and money growth and money flow. This card is an achievement in your professional field of study. The card is one of perfectionist, where small details are going to be becoming more prominent, are going to take more of your attention. They're becoming more important. You want to you want to attack your work with the mindset of a high standard of being a perfectionist that has to be done perfectly or not at all. This attitude of being detail oriented, having a drive behind you, these are the things that are going to pay off for you right now, where the energy is around you, Sagittarius. If you act now, I'm being nudged to tell some of you, if you act now, this is the time you're going to see the most payoff. There's always a beginning of like climbing a mountain like this and coming down the other side. You're just cresting the top, and now's the time to get you to the top and start you down the other side, which down the other side is really moving up and over. It's an upward movement because you've done most of the hard work. As long as you pay attention to details so that you don't have to backtrack to fix anything. The energy's really, really good right now. Throw your nose. They say tuck your head down and go to her. And don't lift your head till it's done. Some of you may need to pass some exams. Maybe it's the middle of summer. Most school related things, institutions of learning, unless you're taking a professional course, they've all let out for the summer. For those of you taking college courses or anything of the like, some of you may find yourself, and I feel to tell this is for a few of you, you may need to be writing certifications for whatever your field of study is. You know, if you're into the networking engineering and the MCSEs, you may have to write certifications for things like that. Business programs, every business program you have to write a certification for before it can be completed, so that you can graduate from your chosen field of study. Some of you right now are probably maybe what they call your mid-exams, and you're going to be very successful. This is going to be a good thing. Most of you, yes, for those that are, you're going to pass your exams. Just put your nose down, watch the details, go back to the details, what I was just talking about, and don't miss anything. Okay, I remember, back in between 2000 and 2002, I had to write a certification. And when I went into the room, closed-in room. It was in the dead of summer. It's one of the hottest days of the summer. See there, I had no summer holidays. And I'm in this little room, and they've got 2 fans blowing and a box of Kleenex there. Right off, the stress level went up. I thought, it's that bad. They provide fans, so because you're going to sweat from nerves. And they've actually got a box of Kleenex there for sweaty palms and foreheads and upper lips. And this was the kind of test where something like a period at the end of it. This was actually it was the software side of the A+ certifications for working on computers, and then there was, the hardware and the software. So much as a period that was missed. If you missed it, you failed. So it's details like this. When it says to copy something, they mean it literally, right down to the period. Don't miss the small details. That's what's going to get you over the required score of whatever it is your field of study. So you can remember that. The advice is you have the ability to earn more and learn more. So wherever your focus goes, it brings success. Focus is key. Attention to small detail is key for you. The keywords are analysis, dedication, detailed work, commitment, money, education, and perfectionism. These are the things that are falling in. If you follow these things, and if you don't miss a step, and you kind of find your rhythm, and you don't lose your rhythm, and you don't miss a step, you are in the bigger picture going to earn more money because of that. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's in your financial sector. Anybody in that situation. Third card I drew for you was the 2 of Cups, and it's all about partnership. And this fell into your love and romance, anything that's close to your heart. So it's kind of, it makes sense that the representative keyword for this is partnerships. Your 2 of Clubs. This card predicts love, equality, in a meeting of the hearts and the meeting of the minds. It fits all your relationships. You may find yourself making some promises or commitments, or accepting promises or accepting commitments may be laid out before you, so you may have some thinking to do. For the rest of you, because this is what I'm calling, it's like the 60s, man, it's a summer of love, because that's what's been showing up on the cards. The summer that people are never going to want to forget. People are falling in love, and there comes the heat of the reading. Okay, so we're some of you. It's coming for you. You're going to be falling in love this summer, and it's a wonderful thing. And I'm feeling there's a weight right here. And when I get that, it's the nudge is real and it's true. It's ringing true for some of you. I see for those of you that fall in love this summer, you're going to slide right into fall together and right into Christmas. And it's just the next 3 seasons, summer, fall, and into winter, are absolutely the most romantic time of most of your lives. For those of you that are falling in love, you thought you felt that before. This is almost like for some of you feel like you're in a movie, a love story. It's that beautiful to you. You've connected with somebody. We go back to the other card with the meeting of the minds and the hearts. Sorry, this card. And it's like for some of you, it will be a very fast whirlwind romance where engagement and proposals are going to pop up a lot sooner than they normally would. If it works for you, right? Go for it. There's a lot of emotional investment going on. This is also a card of healing if relationships have hit some rough spots. The card has shown up to tell you, though, for those of you that are in that position, then most of you will stick it out and you'll work it out and it will heal. You're going to mend that bump. You're going to soothe it until it's gone, and you're going to stick it out together. It's okay, and some of you that may feel hesitant in love, within your relationships, it's okay to trust. Your keywords are soulmates, karma, love, connection, and healing. And what a wonderful card, like the cards know, And that Two of Cups knew to fall in the position of love and romance, anything close to your heart. And some of you, yes, I do see partnerships. And some of you are falling in love. As I said, it's a summer of love. Even if it doesn't work out to the end, you're always going to look back on this summer as something very special. A summer to not be forgotten too lightly or too quickly. The next card that I have for you, Sagittarius, is your challenges, and these are for the month of August, and I drew the Five of Pentacles, and it's about abandonment. Okay. There's your Five of Pentacles and abandonment. The keywords are isolation, money problems, rejection, bias, fear, risk, relationships. The advice is you do have support, but you may be looking in the wrong places or at the wrong people. Go beyond your usual networks. You'll find the help and support that you're looking for. This may be a sad card, and it may represent loss, because the Five of Fear, the Five of Pentacles reveals a fear. There's a strong fear of, excuse me, poverty and isolation, rather than the reality. You fear losing a job, or even a relationship. You may also be feeling alone after the end of a relationship, a financial change that brings, that breakups usually bring. Excuse me for one moment, just a little sick here. Lemonade, nice. Okay. So after having this beautiful card of partnerships falling into your relationship sector, the next card shows the other half of the story and the challenges for some of you. And I'm feeling, for some of you, you're off in the corner in the dark and you're licking your wounds. And I'm not laughing at you, but it just paints a funny picture. Because what I'm seeing, I'm getting the flash of you in the corner in the dark and you're going to everybody, don't worry about me. Please. No, you go on and you have fun. Go, you have fun. One of those. And why I depict it that way is because some of you, for some reason, are feeling very, very bruised inside. And the cards are here as a wake-up call saying, snap out of it. Just snap the heck out of it. Look around you. Open your eyes and see what you have. Don't see what you just lost. Don't see what you don't have. You put too much faith into something. I'm feeling that to tell some of you. You moved ahead in the relationship. Put it this way, you're like a year in the relationship in your head, and for the other person, it's been 2 months. And your actions put that out there as well. You basically almost turned the other person off, that thinking this is crazy. But here's the thing. You've probably been pining for this person and have already been in the relationship, in a manner of speaking, for a whole year, because you've been pining for them. You've been oohing and awing and sighing and thinking about them, and they were just somebody on the other end of it. The other person just seeing you as a friend or somebody they knew. They had no idea that you felt the way that you do. And so you start to date, so you get lucky and you start to date, but you're already so far into this and have been so far ahead of the game that you're leaving the other person feeling bewildered. Therefore, there's a separation. It's inevitable because they had no idea. They had no clue. They're completely innocent. So don't hate them for it. Stop licking your wounds. Come out of that dark corner and wake up, and there's a lot of sunshine around you. Just look for it. It's right there. You don't even have to try. There's a lot of love and life in the world. A little bit of immaturity on your side, and that's okay to say that, because we all tend to get excited at times and act like kids, be it in the good way or the bad way. We all kind of slide back into that. Why not? We spent a good part of our life in that mindset. It's real easy to slide back into an immaturity level. But you have to realize you weren't dealing with reality. Everything was a fantasy up here, an absolute fantasy. This person had no idea. So don't hate them for it. You will get over it. You're going to feel better for it. So when you go into these dark places, I want to add as well that some of you, because you allow yourself to go there, you end up, everything is falling apart. That's where this fear of poverty and rejection comes in. You see yourself, you're playing this black and white movie in your head, and it's, this darkened street with one street lamp on it, like a New York City side street. There's the lamp. The street light is shining down, and it's pouring down rain. And there you are, out in the rain, under this lamp, with your head down. You see where I'm going with this? Overwhelming depression. You bring the whole world is going to end because one thing went wrong, and you need to stop doing that. From nudge to tell some of you, go talk to somebody, go see somebody that you can spell on so you can release these great feelings. And once you talk to somebody and you tell them how you're feeling, somebody's not going to judge you. Once you get it out, talk to a stranger in a coffee shop. Once they leave, you're never going to see them again. Who cares, right? So when you do this, you need the releases instead of holding on to it and letting it build and build and build and build and build, because that's what's going on there. Okay, so your fifth card and last card in this reading is the card of the Nine of Wands. It's about defense, and this is your message from Spirit. All right. Here we go. Okay. This card, the message from Spirit: determination, challenges, sacrifice, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. Those are the key words. The advice is to protect what is yours. Free up your thinking. Don't be so anal in the way you think, Sagittarius. You become obsessed. Sometimes you have obsessive personality, and that can work for you. But boys, oh boys, can it ever work against you? You need to free up a little bit, loosen up a little bit. Create some mental space to plan for the future. You should always have a piece of your thought process, your desires. There should always be a piece for moving ahead, not staying in the same place. Plan for the future. Have some goals. You're not going to make a bad choice by setting some goals. Set some goals. Something positive will come out of it for you. The nine sees that some of you may be exerting yourselves and may be feeling protective of your job or your property, or even protecting your actions. Due to sacrifices and things from your past, things that have reflected you from before, you become automatically defensive. Was that not? That is the word, yes, defensive. Because the things that have happened in the past, somebody new in your future and in your present, I should say, could say something that they feel that they haven't said anything out of the way or anything like that. They weren't trying to offend you or upset you, but you become immediately defensive again. Again, with this, some of you need to mature a little bit more. You can't drag stuff from the past and say, I'm going to make everybody pay for what's happened to me before. Nobody's ever going to do that to me again because they're not going to get close enough and I'm smarter than everybody else. That might backfire. You need to be realistic and you need to live in the now. That's going to do you a lot of good. Whatever you're going through, always stand your ground if it's the real deal, not in your head. The real deal. Stand your ground. You're going to feel that there's a need for constant diligence, and you may need to do that to make those choices that the cards have just showed you about your maturity level and going off into a corner. You need to be diligent about preventing that. You need to prevent that. It's like somebody on a diet trying to lose weight. You still have to face these things, but you have choices, and these choices are free choices. That's a very strong nudge for a lot of you Sagittarius. That is your message from Spirit. Stay diligent, and remember that choice is always yours, and choices are free. Your significator, the overall aura of this reading, is justice. She's a major arcana as well. So it brings more emphasis and more importance to this reading. Let me get my book out for her. I've already marked it because I took a peek earlier at what it was. Okay, and it is upright. It's a good card upright. It represents balanced objectivity and outlook, sincerity, harmony, and equilibrium. Okay, so here's the nudge, and I got the butterflies. I'm literally feeling the heat up. No, it's not a hot flash. Don't go there. It's not. Whoa. Represents that balanced objectivity. You know what that tells me? The overall reading when it came to maturity in your mind, because of your diligence and a certain amount of rigidity and remembering that your choices are free, you're going to realize and receive and stand back and be objective about a lot of things within yourself. Like you're standing outside of yourself looking back, and you're going to be going, wow, have I ever grown a lot? That's what this card is showing. I even got the woo-woos over that one. Your outlook is going to change. You're going to be more sincere with people, not dragging about stuff from the past and making everybody in the future is really going to pay for what everybody in the past did to you. That's going to slide off. It's going to ease up at the very least. You won't be so severe when it comes to that kind of thing. You're going to have more harmony in your life. But the biggest word of all that plays over everything here is equilibrium. When you have equilibrium in your life, that means everything is copacetic, everything is tickety-boo, everything is running, like a well-worn clock. I mean, everything is just moving nicely. So, some of this going on in the 1st of August for you, but as the month goes on, things start to smooth out. They really do. Things get better. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because you worked on that immaturity. You learned from it. And the drama stopped. And this is my life, and it's too short. And you tell yourself, the older I get, the faster the years go by. I don't like that, and I don't want to feel this way forever. I really need to get real here and be more objective about, if I remain objective some of the time, it just helps boost everything back into reality. It's like pulling your socks up. I'm back in my place again. This is where I'm supposed to be. Because we're all human, and we all walk off that beaten track. And we all don't think about tomorrow and what that's going to bring us. Very important for you, Sagittarius. You need to free up your thinking, and you need to think about the future as well. Sagittarius, I'm so glad you were here. I want to wish you, and I want to thank you for coming and visiting. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget the subscribe button down below. And month of August is not going to be boring. I see this for a lot of the signs for the month of August. Not a boring month at all. A very, very much a learning experience. Again, for you, Sagittarius, a summer to never be forgotten. Okay? Through the healing of hearts and the healing of the mind and the growing of the spirit and the mind and the soul and the body. That's most important. I'd like to wish you well for the month of August. I hope you're back here again. I'm going to try to get off some mid-month readings if I have the time to do so. So you'll be notified via email notification if you have subscribed. Hope to see you back here again. Have a good evening and have a wonderful August. Goodbye.